who is going to have more points next season, Auston Matthews or Mitch Marner? And we thought we'd float that out, something to chew on. And Jonas, you can take the floor. I'm sure you've thought of this. Who do you think will have more points next year, Matthews or Marner?
I have not thought about this, so I don't. Matthews.
Haven't thought about that.
No.
Okay, well that's even better. Then you got to go in clean. Can't pump in the
Matthews
stats. Can't
Marner.
consider any of the projections.
I would take Marner.
You'd go with Mitch.
Why is that?
It's a good question because like Marner's more a point producer, and I mean the funny thing is Matthews has more points. Yeah, but I think of Marner. I don't know. Like he just is able to kind of stack up points easier because of he gets so many assists. Mm-hmm. I don't know what effect him not being on the team, on Marner's line, on the power, or on Matthews' line, on the power play is going to have on Matthews. I don't know what impact it's going to have on the team as a whole, goal scoring wise. I don't know. Like if I was projecting next year from Marner, I would guess like he'll have like 95 to 99 points. Mm-hmm. And if I was going to guess on Matthews, I guess I would do like 90 to 95.
Okay. So you're on Mitch. All right. Struddy, do you have an answer on that?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to agree with Jonas as I usually do. But
A-team.
This is why. So I believe that Marner's going to a situation he'll be more comfortable with because he gets to play with a really strong center that he can work with and they can get him the puck and vice versa. Whereas with Matthews, he doesn't have someone, at least clear to me, who's going to be playing beside him there. He'll have Nyes for sure, and maybe Nyes will take more of a role as far as carrying the puck or having the puck more than he has in the past when those other two guys are on the ice. So I think for Marner, the transition will be cleaner and simpler because Jack Eichel, although he's a righty, should be able to get him the puck more often and play a bit more catch with him rather than what Matthews is dealing with now with the group he has.
Now, Eichel is more of a I consider him more of a playmaker than a pure shooter.
That's interesting.
Now, that's the thing. And that has been brought up. Some people have brought that up in terms of talking about Vegas, is that they don't have a lot of pure goal scorers there. They got a lot of playmakers, but, a lot of guys that want to pass first as opposed to shoot first. If you include Eichel and Hurdle and Stone, and, that's obviously their big four up front. I think it'll be very close. I question whether or not Marner is going to put up the same amount of points based on the history of the Vegas Golden Knights, where there just isn't generally guys who put up massive numbers. We talked about this multiple times last year. Eichel set a franchise record last year, albeit they've only been around for a decade.
Well, and they haven't had a guy like him, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean,
like who would you say who is that? Eichel? Like
Eichel's a better player than Mitch Marner, though. Like Eichel,
right?
So they've had better players, and he's a center.
But in terms of like his ability to stack up points, here's the question I have: like, Hayes, if you were going to project, how many goals do you think Matthews scores next year?
I think he's going to hit 50.
Okay, so
I'm going to lean into him having a big bounce back year.
Fair, I agree with that. So let's say he scores 50, right? Mm-hmm. Is he going to get 45 assists? Like, who is he setting up? Like, where?
Well, I mean, this is where, again, the first power play, if he's out there with Nylander, who's one of the 7 or 8 best goal scorers in the league.
But he's a shooter on the power play, generally.
Generally, yeah. But he's still, you pick up secondary assists, you move the puck around. Like on the power play, I hear what you're saying, but so is Draisaitl. Draisaitl racks up assists.
But he's a better passer than Matthews. And like when Matthews had the 107 points?
He's had 107 and 106.
And I think those were both, actually I know, those were both 60-goal seasons.
Big goal scoring years.
So like if that's going to happen, if he's going to have 60 goals, which is possible, like he'll probably...
If he ends up with 60 goals, he'll have more points than Mitch Marner.
Yes,
sure. I have no doubt in that. Now, I'm not sure he's going to hit 60 again in his career. Like that, those are...
Ever?
I don't know if he will. I mean, again, he's going into his 10th year. He's not young. Now Marner's gone. I wonder where his priorities go in terms of, team first, defense, load management. It's an Olympic year. He's going to play a lot of hockey. I don't know.